Peace to all of the kings and queens that's out there. This is your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher, and we are BACK on the #1 informative show in the Midwest, MOSHOW Chicago. And if this is your first time watching the Mo Show, I highly encourage you to continue to watching the show. Here on this show, you will receive some very valuable information that you could use and converse with your peers and family members, neighbors, and friends about. Okay. First and foremost, I want to send a shout out to my people that's out there in D-Town in Iowa. A lot of people are upset with me. They haven't seen me. I've been very busy, but I promise to make it there. I promise to make it there. How are you all doing today? Yesterday, I did a couple of videos. I dropped 3 videos, and I was supposed to drop a 4th one, but I didn't get an opportunity to drop it. However, I am dropping maybe 3 more today, and this is one of them. I want you to really understand what I'm about to say, Black people, because it's very important for you to wake the fuck up. It's very important for you to wake the fuck up because we seem not to value our children. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the Black public schools equals / is the prison pipeline. You all are not understanding that. I do this every day. Every day. And I was disturbed when I heard about and investigated how this 6-year-old Black girl, 6 years old, was arrested, handcuffed, and taken to the juvenile detention center, took her mugshot, and charged with assault and battery for kicking someone in public school. Do you hear me? Did you hear me? 6 years old, cuffed, mugshot taken, charged with assault and battery for kicking someone. In fact, the teacher who actually called the police, okay, did not contact the grandmother to inform her that her granddaughter was in custody. Do you see what I'm saying? Another faculty member had to call the grandmother and had to explain to her why her granddaughter, her 6-year-old granddaughter, was in police custody. I told you all maybe a year ago that we have failed these children. We have failed these kids, and you know what? It doesn't seem to be getting any better because you all, meaning Black people, are continuously sending their children to schools, to a public school, to get miseducated. Now, what happens there? You send your Black child to the public school where you have someone looking other than herself or himself teaching them, and then after they done miseducating them, that teacher's husband, meaning female, her husband, who's the police, takes them to jail after they miseducate your child. Where is the Black family values? Where is Black value at? Not for the adults, but for the children. They are sending our children to jail, getting them ready for prison. And you don't see nothing wrong with that. That don't bother you. How about we just take all of the Black kids out of the Black public schools? Why don't you do that? Why don't you educate your child? In fact, you can educate your child homeschooling. There are even online courses for 6th through 12th graders. They don't even have to go to public school. Wipe the teachers out of a job. Let's see what they do then. Let's see what they do then. The very teachers that miseducate your child, let's see what they do then once these black children disenroll from public school. Now, there's a price for that if you are on public aid, meaning that you can't get that aid check if your child is not in school. So you sacrifice your child's mind because you don't want to go to fucking work. You sacrifice your child's future because you on drugs. You sacrifice your child's future and their mental capacity to be whatever they want to be. You sacrifice that because you yourself are miseducated. How many of you are actually involved in the academics in your children's life that you send to school every day? Do you know what they do? Do you know what they learn? No. Do you know anything about what they read for that day? Did you ask them? The answer to that is fuck no. Think about that. After you send your child to the public school to be miseducated by the white teachers, her white husband takes them to jail. I'm just saying. And yes, I had to put it in that format because that's just the way it is. That's just real fucking talk. Now, you may say, that's not true, Mo. No, that's very. I do this every single day. I deal with high school students who have went to school for 10 years, can't even fucking read. I deal with children that you have sent to school that can't do simple math equations. How do you get to 12th grade and can't read? How do you get to 12th grade, 10th grade, and can't do 5th grade math? And you are not interested in finding out what your children are doing because you don't care. You don't give a fuck. These kids have no guidance. They may not even, now I do want to say that some of that is contributed to children who don't have fathers in their lives. Children who don't have OGs like myself, because I'm an OG. But I'm out here teaching these kids something that they're not learning in school. Even while I'm in school, I still teach them something that school curriculum is not teaching them. Where are the life skill courses in public education? Where are the life skill courses? In fact, if you remember when you went to school, how much of that did you really attain that serviced you when you became an adult? Basically, you just have to know how to read, write, spell, and do math. You see? How many of you adults right now can do fractions? How many of you adults right now can do decimals? How many of you adults right now who have children whom you send to school every day and you can't even do their work? I'm just saying. Go to school, get a job, be a slave. Go to school, get a job, be a slave. Being a slave is being in prison. Being a slave is being incarcerated. Right now, they're getting like $50,000 to $60,000 for inmates. And these inmates are your children. These inmates are your children. Have you looked at the incarcerated rates for juveniles? Juveniles that's in detention centers? Juveniles that is waiting to go to adult facilities? Fatherless children. Fatherless children. And all of you OGs that's out there who are not doing anything to help these young people, you are in the fucking way. You need to go to be sent off to a fucking island somewhere. All of you druggies out there that cannot stop the crack, all of you OGs that's out there that cannot stop the heroin, all of you OGs out there who are consistently influencing these young kids to do some dumb shit, you need to be sent on a fucking island somewhere. With the homosexuals, I may add. All of y'all need to be sent on a fucking island. And as for the teachers, you all need to be re-fucking educated. Teachers need to go back to school and be educated. Because half of the teachers can't even pass the teacher's exam to be a teacher. I'm just saying. They go there for a paycheck. Not to educate, but for a paycheck. And for those serious teachers who really want to teach your child, we receive so much flack from the school system. It is ridiculous. The best teachers receive the most bullshit from the school system. Do you hear me? I'm going to say that again. The teachers who want to teach your child receive the most bullshit from the school educational system in regards to what they're teaching your child, because the real teachers know that they're not teaching your child shit at all. Half of these children don't know how to do handwriting. They can't sign their signature. They don't know anything about cursive writing. I'm just saying. I just asked a young man earlier, did he know how to write cursive? He said no. And I understand, because they're not teaching them that anymore. So how are they supposed to fill out a job application? How are they supposed to sign their name on a dotted line? How are they supposed to sign their paycheck? How are they supposed to open up a business without being able to have a signature? They don't teach your kids that in school anymore. It's all Chromebook. It's all Chromebook. It's all computer, laptop. Just, hit a button and that's it. Electronic signature. Don't even want your child to know how to fucking write. But you continue to send them to school. And this is nationwide, the dumbing down of schools, the dumbing down of the students in the schools. I'm just saying. And that's for this young girl, this young black girl who got arrested and charged with assault and battery. You got her mug taken to a juvenile detention center that was 8 miles away. And like I said, the teacher whom called in the incident didn't even call the grandmother to inform her that her granddaughter was arrested. How can you arrest a fucking 6-year-old? How can you handcuff a 6-year-old? In fact, when I was going to college, before I had graduated and got my dumbass bachelor's degree, I'm just saying, I had to do some reports on children who actually was incarcerated. In fact, in Texas, in the state of Texas, I had to do a report on another 6-year-old in the state of Texas. This was a couple of years ago. Did a report on 6-year-old in Texas. They set her in a detention room inside the school that is a police room, and she was charged for wearing perfume in the state of Texas. And the mother had to go down to the jail. She either had to pay a fine or do community service for a 6-year-old wearing perfume. And if you swear, if you use profanity in the schools in Texas, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, they're going to send you to that detention police room that they have inside the school. This shit is fucked up. But y'all don't care because you're too busy twerking. You're too busy watching Basketball Wives. You're too busy watching the stupid idiot box. You're too busy putting heroin up your nose. You're too busy tricking off. You're too busy tricking off while your daughter or your son is being miseducated. I'm just saying. Now, I have seen plenty of children act the fool in school. Okay, and I've never seen the police call on a white child who kicked another kid in school. I've never seen that. I've never seen a white child get arrested, sent to a juvenile detention center, fingerprinted, had mugshot taken, and charged with assault and battery for kicking someone. That has never been done. But it was done to this young black girl, 6 years old. Could you imagine? That's trauma to that child. That's trauma to that child. And this child has sleep apnea. It wasn't that she just went off and did some crazy shit on her own. She was tired. She was irritated. She has a sleeping disorder. Even the police officer who took her, or shall I say the slave catcher, who took her down to the juvenile facility, later on admitted that, or his police commander said that he broke police policy. They always breaking police policy. So what, you understand? If they're always breaking police policy, which they know because they keep killing us, what the fuck is your problem? Why do you continue to send them there to be miseducated? Why do you continue to make them victims for this prison pipeline system that awaits them? That's your fault. That's your fault. We have failed these kids. Too busy watching TV. Too busy on that urban garbage box. Too busy slaving to make someone else rich versus investing that in your child so that you can be rich your own self, or that your child can help you to make something of themselves and yourself. Because when you get involved with your child academics, not only do they learn, you learn. Like I said, how many families, how many black families out there actually sit down at a table and say, son, or wife, or husband, I've been thinking about this business, and I think that it'd be great if we all put our minds to it. If it's 4 members in a family, mother, father, sister, brother, you know, that's 4 different talents. 4 different mental talents that can generate income for the family. Their own business. Like I said, you can't leave your child food stamps. You can't leave your child an unemployment check. You can't leave your child an apartment. You're just a guest there. You're just a guest. No ownership, no value. And you wonder why. And you wonder why over half of the U.S. incarcerated people are young black men. And the women are not far behind. Sadly, because they're out here shooting too. They're out here stabbing. They're out here selling dope. It's outrageous. But you all see nothing wrong with that. I keep asking you to change your environment. Not that you have to move, but clean it up. Clean up where you stay. You don't have to move anywhere. You're taking the same shit with you wherever you go. Clean up your community. Clean up your mind. Detox. Detox. Re-educate yourself. Re-educate your child. Stop sending them to the prison pipeline. Stop sending them to the prison pipeline. And all of this starts around 3rd or 4th grade, really, because that's when they say that your child has a learning disorder. Then they place them in some remedial classroom where they really are not being educated at all. And you allow it. And you allow it. You allow someone to tell you what your child is like. Huh? A child that you birthed from your womb, you let somebody else tell you what your child is like. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I know what the fuck is wrong with you. I know what the fuck is wrong with you. You fucking stupid. Stupid. Trained to be stupid. You are so trained to be stupid that you have no confidence within yourself to educate your own child. I'm just saying. Stop me when I'm wrong. Stop me when I'm wrong. Stop me when I'm wrong. You can't, can you? You can't. Because it's true. And truth does not have to be validated by ignorance. A lot of people are mad at me. Frankly, I don't give a fuck right now. Because these kids are dying. They are poisoning your child. They are poisoning your child, and you're sending them to get poisoned. You actually sending your child to the black public schools to be miseducated, to be poisoned. That's like sending them to Jim Jones. And I'm talking about the old Jim Jones drinking the Kool-Aid, you know? Not the rapper, snitch-ass dude, Jim Jones. I'm talking about the Reverend Jim Jones, who killed all of them people with babies. You understand? It's sad, but that's the state of Black America today in the public school systems. Check this out. I ask children every day, what do you want to do? I plan to go to college when I get out of here. How can you, and I hate to shatter their dreams, how can you plan to go to college when you do 7th grade math? How do you plan to go to college when you can't read 6th grade reading material? How can you plan to go to college when you can't even spell words? And the teachers, they get mad at me for that. They get mad at me for shattering their dreams. They get mad at me for being real. I don't shatter their dreams. They shatter their own dreams with the help of the educational system. Yeah. They get mad at me for keeping it real with the kids. So now they want your kids to go to college and don't finish and still inherit a bill that they can't pay. I'm just saying. A lot of us got sold on the idea if we go to school that we can make something of ourselves, when in reality, most of the millionaires never even went to college. Most millionaires never even went to college. I'm just saying. If you don't believe me, do some research. How do we have all of these educated black folks but don't have any fucking businesses? How do we have all of these educated black folks when our children can't even fucking read past 6th grade? And they in 12th grade. How is that possible? How is that even possible? Could you tell me that? How is that even possible? You can't do that. Like I said, stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Your children, if you was to ask your child right now, who do they want to be like when they grow up? I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, it won't be you. 9 times out of 10, it won't be you. I'm just saying. Isn't that a slap in your face that your child don't want to be like you when they grow up? So what are you like? And what are the role models that they want to be like that you're not? I'm just saying. You spend 18 years raising a child and they say that they don't want to be nothing like you. What does that do to your self-esteem as a parent? I'm just saying. We have failed these children and we are constantly, consistently failing them. Sad. It's very sad. But you say, you know what you're doing. You say, I'm an adult. You say, I know better. Do you really know the fuck better? No, you don't. No, you don't. Not only do I have faculty members mad at me, meaning school teachers, I have Jewish people mad at me. For real. Ask me if I care. I don't care. Because I'm telling the fucking truth. And when you tell the truth, you would be hated. You would be hated for telling the truth. You will be scorned for telling the truth. You will get fired for telling the truth. You will get killed for telling the truth. You will be imprisoned for telling the truth. I'm just saying. You think about that, black people. Wake the fuck up. If there's anything that I've said that you like, that I've said in this video, by all means, press the subscribe button. Press that bell notification. Stay away from the po-po. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke weed in your car while you're driving, and have some love, peace, and respect for yourself. We have to save these children. If your child does not want to be like you when they grow up, you need to change your shit.